Hey everyone, it's Heidi Fang here with Vinny Bonsignore for Vegas Nation. Vinny is currently in transit, leaving the Senior Bowl, heading back to Vegas, where Super Bowl Central is going down. But we have some breaking news for you with the Raiders. Unfortunately, it looks like the Kliff Kingsbury deal is not going through. He will not be the offensive coordinator for the Silver and Black. Vinny, what news do you have for us on this?
Well, first of all, never a dull moment when it comes to the Raiders, and as somebody privy to, the negotiations, as somebody told me earlier today, it was a deal until it wasn't a deal. So this is literally one of those 12th hour type of surprising turnarounds, sudden and abrupt, and kind of shocking when you think about it, because the deal was in place. He was going to be Kliff Kingsbury was going to be the offensive coordinator for the Raiders. I think everybody in Raider Nation was really excited about that, including Kingsbury, but it never came to fruition. And a lesson to everyone out there that a deal is not a deal until everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. And this one wasn't. And now Kliff Kingsbury goes his merry way. It looks like he becomes the leading candidate to be the Washington Commanders offensive coordinator. Where it leaves the Raiders is anyone's guess at this moment. Although, as a couple of people told me earlier today, Chip Kelly, who interviewed twice for the Raiders offensive coordinator job in this cycle, vaults now back into consideration, and maybe that's where the Raiders turn.
That could breathe fresh life into Chip Kelly's career. There's also a connection right now with the Raiders, with Deshaun Foster having become the new running backs coach for the team. How do you see maybe that connection helping this maybe come to fruition?
Yeah, and there again, I'm not going to try to throw some water on top of that, but he's agreed to be. It looks like they're finalizing a deal to be the running backs coach. Who knows after today if that actually happens as well?
Finally, we
But
gotta wait till we hear it's inked.
yeah. But if you are thinking positively as a Raider fan, and if he is indeed in place, he coached with Chip Kelly the last few years at UCLA, so that's definitely a dot to potentially connect maybe Kelly to that job.
Any other information that you might have for us on this, Vinny, as far as anyone else the Raiders might be looking at for this position right now? I mean, it's obviously come as kind of a blow, so
Mhm.
maybe they're still scrambling to pick up the pieces, but in doing so, I mean, you have to do so quickly as a
Mhm.
lot of the positions are being filled as we speak. I mean, is there any possibility they look at Clint Kubiak post Super Bowl?
Yeah, and he's somebody that the Raiders were interested in interviewing, but because they got the permission slip in a little bit late, they're really not able to interview him at this point until after the Super Bowl. And oh, by the way, the New Orleans Saints seem to have their eyes on Kubiak in terms of being their offensive coordinator. So I don't know if they're a little bit too late to the dance. The Raiders are so again a lot of maybe pointing toward a Chip Kelly, but the way things turned out today, who knows where this thing goes?
Well, it's anybody's guess right now what happens, but we will keep you updated with all of the latest as much as possible. And as long as the Raiders get a partner to the dance who, in Antonio Pierce's words, can get them over that 24-point on average hump per game,
Yeah.
that would be ideal for the Las Vegas Raiders. But until then, for Vinny Bonsignore, I'm Heidi Fang. Thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out vegasnation.com for all of your latest Raiders news.